Esports. Very much happy to answer that.
Your team
Right now, the Fanny, I'm not even surprised at all because I think that's one of the one of the reputation heroes for Kyle Felici, and again, very young players. You know, the younger players usually play Fanny very well. This is permanently.
That's the requirement.
That's a very. You have to be at least 16 or something to play that.
Requirements: 16-year-old. Amateur champion.
Has a TZ.
Has a TZ on the name.
On his name. Fanny, 1,000 games played, 68% win rate.
There you go.
That is the official requirement for any Fanny main in the Philippines who wants to be a pro.
Yeah, come on, look at this. Look at this. Do you guys know a player name going by the name of Febby?
Who's Febby?
Okay, never mind.
Okay, I am so sorry.
To all the people who know who Febby is, you know, if you look at Ogwin,
He looks like
the guy. Exactly the same. Like cut off from the same cloth. 99% replica of the same guy. But kidding aside, I want to I want to see Bren Esports respect still the the hero pool of ONIC Philippines, but it's the other way around. Okay, ONIC banning out the Phobius, so I feel like they're still eyeing for the Cho and the Julian in game number 3. But Bren Esports, they might have a different plan in mind. They banned out the Akai. The Valentina is still in the pool, so I feel like that has to go.
Maybe because of that last game, they had a phobia.
Yeah. You know, ONIC used to have a player named Miko Phobia.
Yeah, even though they don't have Miko Phobia anymore,
And
they still have
some
Yeah, but you know,
Phobius phobia.
Yeah, Phobius.
What's a Phobius phobia? That's a phobia.
Mycophobia.
Mycophobia. But you know, Mycophobia, speaking of Mycophobia, he did play really well in the
He was
hands of
MVP.
NXP. He was MVP in that one win against Blacklist International. Definitely a big surprise. But you know what a bigger surprise is? Pause 5 Saber, but we're going to save that conversation
That later.
for another time.
Yeah.
NXP playing next match, by the way, so stay in tune for
What?
MPL.
Is this really happening? Paramis and Valentina is on the opposition. We're gonna see some crazy MLBB.
You know, two cult altars. I'm not particularly excited about that type of team fight. That's gonna last.
Well, come on, you're play-by-play.
Yeah, 10 seconds, dude. 10 seconds. Minimum 10 seconds.
It also overlaps. Like, if Bren executes first, then the altar has been used. That's 10 seconds. And then ONIC gets the re-engage back. That's another 10 seconds.
Yes, sir. That's
so
exactly.
20 seconds of shouting.
So you better conserve your air, because you're going to need it later on, Obi.
Exactly why I love teams like this. Faramis open for the side of ONIC Philippines, and Bren Esports takes the Valentina. This actually forces ONIC Philippines to draft in a way that the Valentina doesn't get any more new things to get, but looks like they don't really give any you-know-whats for the Valentina.
That's true. I completely agree. This Valentina, we will get a Julian. I mean, Julian chain is pretty strong. But I think it's also a bit of a good move, considering that you don't get an empower. It's hard for the Valentina to get empowered chain or enhanced chain.
He doesn't get empowered state.
Yeah, so you don't get that. That's also a very smart pick.
Yeah.
How about the knockout punch upgraded knockout?
It sucks.
It's just, it does.
Okay, you know what? This is pretty
good,
smart from ONIC Philippines.
But it's still good AoE.
Okay, I've played a lot of Valentinas.
Yeah, I know.
The one thing that I hate most playing against certain specific heroes is that they have better versions of the ultimate.
Yes.
Or the ultimates suck.
On its own.
On its own. Like, the ultimate of Julian sucks. You want the better version. The ultimate of Paquito, it sucks. Although it deals more damage than the second skill in the on the basic state. But if you want to steal something for the Valentina, it has to be game changer. And in this game, it's just the ultimate of the Faramis. It's only the available skill that he might want to steal. But the problem is, the range is going to become an issue. If you ever want to steal something from the Faramis, you're going to be near to Paquito, and you're going to be near to Julian.
I have a question, though, Midnight. You have played a lot of Valentina and solo queue. I have a question. If you do get the crossbow of Tang, let's see. I mean, he's banned out of this game. Instant proc?
Yep.
You don't need to get...
You don't need
those stats.
Okay.
You don't need them witness.
Okay, so that's a fun fact. Now, we are entering the second banning phase here. The Popol and Koopa already out, Rockhard.
Yeah. Because of the presence of the Valentina in the Faramis, I think the team that plays crazier here is gonna have an advantage.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
good. I'm good.
That's the basic gist of this match.
I'm gonna lose it
So-
if ONIC Philippines goes for the gold lane Pakito against Beatrix. That's crazy. That's wild.
That
that's
is
what,
insane.
that's what you're asking for, and they can't do it. They can, you know,
Yeah.
these two heroes are really flexible on their own right.
In
But
fairness, Pakito XP is pretty decent against
Oh, yeah.
Esmeralda,
Yeah.
so I don't mind that.
Decent until you try to stick around Esmeralda for like a few more seconds.
You don't- yeah.
You know what? I kind of do miss the Uranus Esmeralda matchup. That's
He's suddenly
Season
missing.
8, I think I've said countless times that I hated to see it. But now in Season 10, I feel like I miss it. Uranus did...
why though? Give me proper
Yeah,
reason
why?
why.
Uranus Esmeralda means you don't have to look at the XP
Okay.
lane.
It-
Whatever
it-
happens in the
it
XP lane, it's
helps
neutralized.
Us, it helps us in a way that there's a lane that you don't have to cast.
No, you're gonna still have to cast it, but
Gives better focus.
you're
you know?
90% sure that whatever happens in that lane, it's not gonna be impactful during the
Agreed.
lane.
That's
It's
completely
just
agreed.
cutting off waves. Come on, observer, let's look at the gold lane. 'Cause
Yes,
this
sir,
is where
yes,
the action
sir.
happens. So Bren
Yes, sir.
Esports, again, concerning that there's an Esmeralda and Pakito matchup that could potentially happen, it's also wanting to consider that if you're Bren, you're happy with that. But the player that will use the Esmeralda might not be happy if this is an XP Julian.
Uh-huh.
Because remember, Julian is a nuisance against the Esmeralda. If you're the Esmeralda, it's not happy to play against this matchup. Because
My
once
pleasure.
Julian reaches level
Your
3,
team
you're not
is
going to be able to
picking.
take him out of the lane.
Yeah, and I think the Empowered Scythe is just incredibly
Really
strong at
annoying.
level 3. Half HP with 1 ability strike.
Yeah, at this point, Bren Esports really lacking of a strong jungler here. Akai is not banned out, so I'm thinking maybe the Fabs is a good pick here for Bren Esports. I think this...
Always on the way.
What?
Your
Oh, yeah,
team
this
is
Matilda.
picking.
Wait.
Yeah, always on the way. We have
That's
the
a strong
Da Sisters.
mid lane.
We have
Wow.
the Da Sisters, but looks like it's a Wait a minute, is this a Valentina jungle?
What do you mean, Da Sisters?
It's
one of the
Esmeralda and Matilda.
I thought it was only Matilda and Hilda. So there's also
No,
Esmeralda.
this is the Da Sisters
so
V2.
they're three sisters.
No, this is the
Yeah, they are three
this is
sisters.
the canonical
Okay,
sisters.
okay,
You know,
got it,
they're
got it.
canon. They're canon. Esmeralda and Matilda are actually sisters. You just don't see it with their faces, you know, because eye color is very important.
This is the legit cut from the same cloth, I believe,
Yeah.
because they have dangling fabric whenever they run. But it's the Rock, I believe. No, it's not Rock. It is the Atlas
Atlas.
for
There you
ONIC Philippines. So it is an XP lane Julian, I believe, in Jungle Pakito. But Bren Esports, we're still eyeing for a jungler. We need the physical damage hero for Bren Esports. But
It's
I'm
fast.
not going to be surprised if this becomes a Jungle Valentina.
The Jungle Valentina is something that you personally love, Midnight. I've seen you countless times playing that, but I haven't seen it a lot in professional play. So this is going to be somewhat
I
of
love
a
it against
first time.
Atlas, honestly. I love it against Atlas. Like,
Why?
try to invade. I'll make sure that I nuke the hell out of you. I get level 5 with
I
Turtle.
know.
I have more damage with the Retribution. And once I copy your ultimate, your teammates are not allowed to pursue.
Yeah, Bren Esports is having a tough time picking this last hero. And I don't blame them.
I mean, they're having a
is it
fun
Barrett?
time, a hard and fun time. It looks like,
All right.
I think this is going to be a Barrett jungle at this point.
So the plan here is to remove the Faramis and the Atlas from play as much as possible. And that's the reasoning that they have for picking up the Barretts. Although again, very difficult to actually do in practice.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure if you want to be able to play Barretts against Paramis. Because even if you do commit the Tonus World Cup,
Still there.
it's still there, and they're just gonna be walking around, surviving the onslaught, whatever damage you bring out. And I feel like they needed either a soak damage or a clear crowd control for Bren Esports, which the Barretts have in the form of soft CZ in a way.
Yeah.
But it's,
with the Tonus
it's
World Cup.
slower.
It's
Yeah.
slower, and I would have preferred honestly a bigger soak like Thams, or a a crowd controlling hero like. Actually, never mind. I would have preferred Diroth, honestly.
Diroth, there you go. At least can kind of
Kill everybody as fast
destroy
as you can.
everyone in one hit, maybe. You
Yeah.
know? Who knows? We'll have to find out if that's going to be the case here as we go into game number 3 between Bren Esports and ONIC Philippines. Both teams rocking some pretty insane lineups, and I feel for Womi when they hit level 4.
You know,
But before that,
I'm just excited. Honestly, this is winner takes all already. Game number 3, 2 cult altars. Who doesn't want to see that?
Like the amount of shot calls they would make. Like, hey, I can chase, and the other team goes like, hey, I can chase too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ogwen, immediate flicker because of that, and Super Prince goes in for the aggressive play, but he's not going to be rewarded with the first blood. In fact, they're going to get severely damaged here by few.
Relatively close though, and again, I kind of understand the reasoning why Super Prince would commit that. Losing the Matilda early on would give you such a hard time, just because of the goal difference that will generate. But overall, it's actually pretty worth still. You know, both teams, both players actually burn the blood of their ults.
Now Super Prince gonna pull back few here, but he gets terrified. He has to run away with 100 HP here. A lot of aggressive fights here in the mid lane.
I would say there's no way Bren lose this mid lane matchup. It's the Valentina alone is really scary enough. And remember, Matilda was one of the most OP heroes in the mid lane. And you combine these two heroes in the mid lane, like they're unstoppable.
I mean, you say was, I would say until now, probably.
Yeah, well,
still one of
Valentina popped out.
Yeah. So in combo that with the Matilda, they have so much survivability, that's all.
Yeah.
Right?
And speaking of survivability, he will be surviving that big engage coming in from ONIC. They keep fighting in the mid lane and nothing is happening.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't like that ONIC Philippines keeps on fighting against a Valentina. Come on, you're just giving him free XP at this point.
Yeah, and Fuse almost level 4 here. Might even have earlier access to ultimates. Fuse gonna steal away the cult altar.
There you go.
And here we go. This is the first one.
Game time.
And Bren Esports, they're gonna take away the first turtle as well. Wow, massive play coming in for Bren Esports. No counter from ONIC.
Bren's looking really good, and they will have control of the jungle area, at least, with Ryota fighting up on top side to see if he can push off Pandora. And at this point, that turtle buff is pretty huge. It's going to allow Bren Esports to play a bit more aggressive than they are already playing here in the mid.
I like how Kyle TZ and Ogwen just casually walked over to the purple buff, and you saw the big fat bards, you know, saying like, hey, is there a purple buff here? Oh, there's no purple buff here. All right.
Yeah, immediate retribution from Sensui just to make sure that he's the one that gets it, you know.
Cult Altar is getting warmed up and ready to go. I'm sure they're roaring to go for a team fight, but both teams are like, yeah, you know what? Let's slow this down. We don't need it yet as of yet. I don't think.
Yeah, slow this down until now, because that's a knockup coming in from the Julian. Rapidude is 100 HP down from death. Few comes in with a double dash, and first blood goes to Bren Esports with a play from the captain himself.
Wait a second, that was unpredictable. I would not have predicted that.
Nets.
Oh,
Nets with a net. Here comes the ultimates burnt from Bren Esports, but looks like he will be safe and sound without even burning his flicker.
I have to go back to that last one, because I think people were hesitating to dive in because of the presence of the Cult Altar.
Yeah.
But Few was like, yeah, if you're hesitating, I'm going to go in quick. And that was impressive.
Spits him out. Super Friends. He's going to go down. Kyle TZ with a great 1v2 play here, but Rapidude is low HP. Has to go out. That is Bren Esports suddenly popping off.
Yeah, they were. Bren was like in the Filipino slang, Cult Altar mo to.
Tama. That means right.
Use your Cult Altar on this. And yeah, he was not even able to pull it out at the time.
I liked how Bren Esports is just pressuring this mid lane, specifically the tank support duo and also the jungler on Sensui. This Julian has not been able to do anything, and Bren Esports, they have complete over
Rapidude. Nice flicker coming in from Joe.
There you go.
Altars are already burned. Here comes the circling eagle, but nobody's dying because there's a gold altar, but suddenly out of nowhere, the turtle will be secured by the Barretts. Bren Esports, they just bought time and space.
Yep. Again, they have full control of over what's happening all across the map. The XP lane, actually, you know, Ryota has been left to his own devices as Pandora has constantly rotated for Bren Esports. The goal was to make sure that ONIC Philippines cannot do anything with the Atlas, the Julian, and also the Paramis.
Yeah, and it's going to be a pretty tall order for anyone to die in this game, I have to say. I don't think anyone's going to die unless it's like super unpredictable, like what happened earlier.
Yep.
Or maybe very aggressive positioning coming in from Ogwen, but looks like they're going to get the turret instead. That at least gets them to 1 against none here for ONIC Philippines.
Bren Esports, they have a certain amount of gold lead right now. They can actually capitalize on this fact. How easy going for full tank, not even trying to you know, get a piece of the War Axe. usually when we see tank junglers, especially with the Barats, you go for either Brute Force or a War Axe to add supplement to your, ability to move around the map. But Rapido, the Atlas didn't get anything with the Fatal Links.
Yeah, the Fatal Links didn't really land. Kyle TZ, he does get one, spits him back, a two-man stun. The Faramis is gone. Now Sensui's gonna try to protect his purple buff. Bren Esports, they want it, they secure it. The Retribution sword out, Sensui going out buffless, baby. Now Ryota will be defending that mid lane turret against a 5, and looks like he's gonna give it away.
Look at Few, he has the ultimate of the Paquito. He let go of it. He was like, this is useless. Oh, never mind. He still has it.
Have to
okay,
highlight,
there you go. There you go. He let go.
This Barrett's pick against the Cult Altar is so effective. I think we're seeing it work right now, time and time again.
Yeah. I think the choice. It's not even about the counter against the Cult Altar. It's about the selection of whoever he eats. And that two-man stun. Ooh, Pandora almost getting killed down by Sensui. Again, very annoying to play against if you're the Esmeralda. Julian, such a good answer. But again, going back, it's the selection of the targets of Bren Esports, and that Detona's welcome by Kyle TZ. They weren't expecting that he was able to find an angle so nice. It stuns two people that ONIC Philippines weren't really ready to fight.
And now Bren Esports suddenly has a good foothold of this game. It looks like ONIC Philippines can't really find the fights that they want this time around.
I think if at this point you got to keep your eyes on Rapido here. I mean, who do you pick? It's so difficult because Jome's always so far away. Everyone else can dash out, the Valentina and, of course, the Matilda. You don't want to hit the Barats. You don't want to hit the Esme. Like, what do you do?
Ryota.
Oh, Ryota, this is kind of dangerous for him. He's punching out the Siege minions just to make sure that they don't take down the turret.
Confidence, the guy to do that play, Pandora.
Oh no, he cancels it out. No Frost Moon Shield will save you from that ultimate. And now Ogwin goes in as the counter engage will not be effective for ONIC Philippines. That's one person down on the side of Bren Esports.
Yep, this is the Julian factor, the amount of shred that he brings into the table. Even Pandora is not going to be able to save himself. And mind you, it was just a genius one.
Yeah, time and time again, we've seen Julians really tear it up, even with minimal itemization. And I think it's so important here that Sensui is playing so well that ONIC is at least able to keep in the game. Although right now, Bren is taking a lot of gold from those turrets.
Yeah, and now Nets will be sieging on his own. We are yet to see a turret going down on the side of ONIC Philippines. In fact, they're forced to go back on the base because the shotgun is just too much for turrets to take.
Jome's so fat. I mean, not the player, but like the amount of gold that he has right now, and as he has a BOD.
Are you body shaving?
Probably going for the Hunter Strike. I'm not trying to say that Barrett is fat, okay? But I'm saying that Jome has a lot of resources in his arsenal, and I think he's going for the Dominance Ice, I believe, to make sure that he. Not sure. Actually, I'm not sure why he's going for the Dominance Ice.
The big plus is the Matilda's presence, right? Even as Jome is like super farmed, like the Matilda is always gonna give him the way out.
Yeah.
So there's just no one that can die instantly. I think Pandora is a very isolated incident.
Yeah. And it's gonna be a free lord. For the side of Bren Esports, the Fatal Links is in the hands of Few, and they are going to go to the hands of Ryota here. Just a little bit of damage on the Paquito. They're going to try to contest this purple buff again and again. On the side of Bren Esports, the sword will take Sensui out of that. They are no longer going to defend their own purple buff, and Bren Esports are going to take it for themselves.
Oh,
no! Ryota spit out on the wall, and now he's in trouble. Bring it back to the fight, baby. The Cult Altar is not yet used here on the side of Bren Esports, mainly because it's actually the Fatal Links that they stole away.
I don't know what happened there, but the Paquita was left. It was like Super Vince was like, okay, you can do it yourself, but I'm just gonna use my ultimate just for safety precautions.
Yeah,
but Bren was like, you know what? Let's just leave him alone. He's fine. He's not gonna go down anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they did burn the Cult Altar. I mean, the
That's pretty good.
One. It's pretty good for Bren Esports.
But actually, that was what's crazy. Ryota was like, wait, what happened? My teammate left me. Bren left me. Like, what happened?
Did I not take a shower this morning or something? I don't know.
Okay, Lord,
here we go.
Pushing on the top side. That's one inhibitor turret down for the side of ONIC Philippines. They're going to mid lane this time around. Ryota will be punching out the Siege Minion to try and alleviate some pressure inside their base. It looks like bottom lane will be the target here for Bren Esports. Pandora, it's a 4v5 here if ever Pandora doesn't go in. Looks like they ran out of minions, and that's a successful defense coming in from ONIC Philippines.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes on Ogwen all this time. He was just staying behind Jong, and that's just so much, that's why he's having so much confidence right now to actually just go ahead and barrel down on these turrets. Jom is always safe. That's why, you know, he's thinking, I can do almost anything in this game, and I really will be able to get away with it.
Yeah, Bren Esports, even though they have the Mathilda to save people out of the team fight, they still have to be worried about the range factor of the Clint. Right now, he has a Malefic Roar, I think, going for Berserker's Fury, so he does hit really, really hard. And ONIC Philippines, the safety net that this lineup has is that Bren Esports, if they want to win this game, they have to fully commit, especially with Jome, Ogwen, and Kyle DZ coming in. But that is where the Faramis becomes a problem, because he's gonna be able to save his teammates, but also put enough damage from nets in a way that Bren Esports needs the copied Cult Altar from Few. So that's the main condition that Bren Esports need to look forward to. The Valentina needs to be able to copy the ultimate of the Faramis and find an opportunity to go inside a base of ONIC and fully commit the skills that they have to take down key heroes on the side of ONIC, especially Super Fins.
Valentina just reminds me of Hyperblend at this point. If you guys haven't tried playing Hyperblend, you really should.
You're missing out.
A lot of crazy stuff happens in Hyperblend.
Crazy stuff and fun stuff as well.
Fun stuff,
you can
yeah.
experiment endlessly, but looks like a Lord will be taking it for free. Bren Esports.
What?
What if you're Atlas and then you're given the ultimate of Valentina?
Ooh. Then what do you get?
No, I mean, like, if you're gonna be able to Fatal Links people, then you can copy also their ultimate, right? So you have Fatal Links, and you can copy a skill that will make Fatal Links really, really.
I would combo the Veil ult, maybe.
I would get the Detona's Welcome.
Detona's Welcome?
What? No, wait. What? Detona's Welcome plus the Circling Eagle, so you could just do it yourself.
No, I mean, if you're Atlas and you have Fatal Links, like what? And you have the ultimate of Valentina. What is the dream ultimate that you want?
What about
Veil, definitely.
Veil?
What? Veil maybe, or what's that sand guy? What's the name of that forgotten sand guy?
Khalid.
Khalid, yeah. That ult's pretty good.
Yeah,
right?
I mean that's a good setup for
AOE.
your Fatal Links. Yeah.
This is where you start realizing that the hero hasn't been picked for a very, very long time. You start not remembering the names of the ultimate.
It's been a year.
I mean, it's been a year since the last Khalid pick. This is a massive push here coming in from ONIC. I mean, from Bren Esports, rather. Bren Esports with a Lord push down top side. They're going to snipe her down mid lane. Bot lane is already out. The Lord is already down as well. They're going to go here for a team fight. It looks like a massive Fatal Links will be there. The Valentina is down. They're clearing out members from Bren Esports. Kyle TZ still alive, but he's going to go down suddenly. Pandora is the only member alive on the side of Bren Esports. What just happened, Bren?
Someone give Rapidot a raise. That was insane. At the right time, the moment that ONIC needed it. Oh my gosh, that was so good.
Okay, this is why sometimes I don't like talking. You didn't have the Cult Altar when they went in. We mentioned earlier that Bren Esports, the way they win this game is to fully commit. But ONIC, Rapidot with the Fatal Links on the back line, Few was surprised. He was not able to commit any single skill, and now ONIC Philippines, they feel that they are on the lead, and rightfully so. They took 2 towers and they equalized the game. Bren Esports, they need to find an answer against Super Friends. Few needs to step away from the team fight. He needs to be able to survive for the reset of the team fight.
Can I just highlight, from almost 12k gold lead, Bren is only up by 4. Yeah, that's a huge swing.
It is a massive, massive swing. Just in time for the next big Lord here. I can't believe that it's just 15 minutes in. I feel like this is a 30-minute game with what just happened there on the side of ONIC Philippines. A naked base with an ONIC Philippines going in for a big team fight. And now it brings them to even Stevens and Kyle Teasy.
Oh,
He's
the
gonna
pull
get
in?
pulled back. Here comes the Stones welcome. He goes down. Kyle Teasy, Bren Esports without a jungler on this crucial
My
lord.
goodness, Super Prince really showing up for ONIC.
They're
Philippines.
making it happen.
Superman for this team, and the shred coming out from Sensui. I don't know why Bren Esports sent their bats there.
Two-man knock-up, and here goes the killing spree. Beatrix is down with the Mathilda. What a great ultimate coming in from Ryota. The play is there. And now ONIC Philippines, they're going to secure this lord.
Yeah, Super Friends was looking at he was looking at Few and he's like, you can't beat the OG. You can't beat the OG Faramis.
Oh, man.
I'm always going to have the altar. You're going to have to choose. And that is a huge advantage for ONIC in these late game team fights.
Again, we mentioned it earlier, ONIC Philippines, they just need to group up Bren Esports. They need to find a way to deal with the Super Prince. I just have to go back to that Barrett's play. Kyle Easy, what was he doing there? Like, Bren Esports, they were miles away from the Barats, and they weren't ready when ONIC Philippines committed to take down Kyle
Yeah,
Easy. Even though you had the Tonus Welcome, yes, you do regenerate some HP back, but the shred from Sensui, you saw how quick they were able to kill down the Barats.
Yeah, they overestimated the amount of control that they could exert on the map. And that resulted in Kyle Teasy going down quick.
This might just be the final team fight here. Kyle Teasy already half HP, but he does munch down one.
Oh,
That's a
it's hard.
two-man knock-up. Already unstoppable, the Clint. Pandora's gonna try to stop in the Lord, but that's a double kill for Nets. He's going in. He wants a Savage. They pull back one. Three people trying to go back to the base, but he's gonna get punched down by Ryota. Ryota gonna jab out of that base range, and now it's a 3v5 scenario. Pandora comes in. Rapidude, they're going in for the base. Haas picked out, but he goes godlike. That's another kill for Nets, but the Immortalities are getting Pop Ogwin. The Cult Altar goes in big. Pandora is the only one alive, and ONIC Philippines will be securing this series. Game number 3.
I have to say, that is one of the most beautiful